his ultimate, he has enough sustain in his own kit to duel most characters in. Warwick's strongest point is at level 6. Once he has his ultimate, he has enough sustain in his own kit to duel most characters in the game, especially most junglers. He's also capable of dealing significant damage to whoever he jumps on with his ultimate, making him an easy target to follow up on any kills. Throughout this entirety of the game, your strength only increases, and even as you reach the late game and opponents start coming up with crucibles and QSSs for you, it becomes increasingly easy for you to tank fights because of your tankiness, movement speed from your blood scent, and increased lifesteal with all your abilities. You are Warwick and you've hit level 6 and the game is even. The game should become your playground, and it is up to you to find the opportunities to net yourself kill after kill, objective after objective, and close out a relatively easy game, as Warwick's play pattern is rather simple. As Warwick, your ganks and mechanics are incredibly easy. When you go for a gank without flash, you simply walk up next to the target, most likely coming from an angle from behind, as it is easier to approach and get closer to the opponent that way. Pop your Hunter's Call to give your ally a little bit of extra attack speed on their follow-up. Simply use ultimate onto the target that you wish to kill, follow up with a Q, and that should be enough DPS to dispose of any one target. If you're looking to use flash, simply approach the target from any direction you see fit, flash in range of ultimate, use your ultimate, follow up with a Q, and that again should be enough damage to kill of any one target. Don't go for ganks that you're unsure of the damage being there. Simply go for the ensured kill to make sure that you can snowball properly and give yourself a strong mid game. As Warwick, your goal in this stage of the game is going to be to simply farm, making sure that you can hit level 6 as quickly as possible and making sure that your allies are not struggling to lane without. This means purchasing wards for them will be greatly beneficial, particularly pink ward, protecting your laners, and keeping yourself in routes that can farm for quite a while. The way that you want to farm creeps as Warwick is easy. You're going to be starting with your W, your Hunter's Call. Simply approach the camp that you wish to fight, utilize your Hunter's Call, and then start attacking away. Once you hit level 2, you will be skilling your Hungering Strike or your Q and maxing that, as well as maxing your Blood Scent second, leaving your Hunger Strike onto the creeps to heal up and increase your damage, and you're going to be maxing that first while maxing your Blood Scent second. Simply walk from camp to camp using Hunter's Call and Hungering Strike over and over until you've dispatched of all the mons. You don't need a lot of mana, and you will be most likely at full HP throughout the entire clear. Simply do a full clear on both sides. If you're blue side, start at Gromp and work your way down towards the Krugs. If you're on red side, simply start at Krugs, work your way down red, Raptors, Wolves, blue, and keep jungling away after a nice recall. You don't offer a whole lot besides your ultimate, but there are ways that you can use his other abilities to make up for it. Particularly Blood Scent is a very powerful spell in the mid and late game. Being able to pick off and notify your team as to the location of any wounded enemies is going to be enough to put pressure onto the map and threaten people to back off. You gain more benefit out of ganking solo lanes than duo lanes, because in the duo lane there are more summoners involved and there are chances of your abilities not only being disrupted but of you simply getting your gank turned around. Whereas ganking for solo lanes makes things a lot easier if there's only one target to worry about in the start of the gank at least. Therefore, as a Warwick, you want to be using your ultimate to snowball solo lanes as quickly as possible. Mid lane in particular, that features heavy burst characters, is an easy place for you to find gank opportunities, or helping top laners in matchups that deal significant DPS. You don't want to be finding yourself ganking lanes in topside that are just a little too tanky for you to take down. To look for ganks as Warwick anytime that your ultimate is about to be coming up. That way, when you get into the position for the gank, your ultimate is about to be ready and you're ready to pull the trigger at the perfect time. You don't want to be looking for a gank when your ultimate is already up, as that is valuable time that the ultimate's cooldown could be refreshing, allowing you to look for more opportunities. Your goals as Warwick should be getting past the early game even and making sure that your lanes are able to hold their own without your pressure. This means buying wards for them, reminding them of the location of the opposing jungler, pings, and assisting the opponent with waves in any way, shape, or form to make sure that they can lane without you until you hit your spike at level 6. It's often beneficial to reassure your teammates that as soon as you're going to be hitting level 6, that you will be helping their lane out and that there is nothing to worry about. Another goal as Warwick like most level 6 junglers, is to make sure that each and every one of your ultimates